When I sat in the House chamber and listened to Ed Rendell's eighth and final budget this morning, I thought about the hundreds of folks I've met in town hall meetings these past few weeks. People looking for work, benefits cut, jobs eliminated altogether, older families about to lose their home or farm because of property taxes, small business owners overtaxed and overregulated and hanging on literally by a thread. This wasn't their budget, and far from it. Despite what Ed Rendell called his attempts to, quote, reduce the size and cost of state government, end quote, and, quote, cut wasteful spending, end quote, he simply fabricated the facts. He was not truthful with Pennsylvanians. This year alone, he's proposing $1 billion in new spending. And since he's taken office, spending has ballooned from roughly $20 billion to $29 billion, an astounding 50% increase in spending. Now that's not a cut, and that's not reducing the size of government. Like the 7 spending plans he's proposed before, the governor's prescription is focused on fixing a revenue or an income problem, not treating state government's addiction to spending. And instead of listening to Auditor General Jack Wagner's specific and thoughtful recommendations to cut hundreds of millions of dollars in waste, the Rendell plan feeds the bureaucracy. And like the past 7, this year's plan asks taxpayers to underwrite programs that simply aren't working or are underperforming. So what is the result of 7 years of unprecedented special interest-driven spending? What do we have to show for a 60% increase in Pennsylvania's outstanding state debt? And where's the evidence that one new job was created because the governor championed and accepted billions of Obama stimulus money? The answer is really little to nothing. Pennsylvania still has the 11th highest tax burden in the country. Last year, we worked a total of 104 days, January 1st to April 14th, just to pay our taxes. We're one of the highest taxing states for employers, the job creators who drive our economy. And according to the data, despite spending record amounts on so-called economic development programs since Ed Rendell took office, we're number 33 out of 50 states in job growth and 40th in personal income growth. And while it's never the fault of a governor alone, someone has to take responsibility for the failure of leadership. And when it comes to Pennsylvania's lack of competitiveness, responsibility rests squarely on the shoulders of the governor. Now, if we want a real people's budget, a spending plan that reflects the checkbook priorities of Pennsylvania families, here are a few things that we just can't postpone. First, the next governor must make the case for taxpayer protection amendment. That's capping spending to the rate of inflation and population growth. Secondly, the next governor should adopt as a matter of policy zero growth budgets. Instead of spending for the sake of spending, it's time to measure whether the spending will actually have the desired impact. And thirdly, we do a great disservice to the fine public servants who work in departments like welfare, or education, or veterans affairs if we're not asking every year the right questions, like how close are you to achieving the original stated mission? Are we solving problems or creating more? Forced spending discipline, counting the dollars we spend and getting government refocused on fixing problems, that's what these 8 years could have been all about. Ed Rendell ignored the people's call for property tax elimination. He's not told the truth about our true fiscal condition, and he's leaving Pennsylvania insolvent. Now it's up to us to fix it. Let's not waste the next 8 years. I'm Sam Rohrer. Thanks for listening, and may God bless you.